I used to suck at speaking, but here's the funny part. I didn't even realize how bad of a speaker I was until I took a speaking class in community college. That's when I knew something had to change. So let's talk about what I did to fix it and how it can help you, well, maybe not suck so much at speaking anymore. Cue that intro. Welcome back to another video. My name is Brett and I've dedicated this channel to building confidence and mastering communication skills. Today, I want to share exactly what I did to improve my ability to speak because trust me, I didn't start out good at all. Before I decided to work on this, I was a complete wreck. I talked way too fast, my words would get jumbled up, and I'd ramble on in circles. My voice, soft, monotone, and absolutely no energy behind it whatsoever. So how did I go from that to running my own YouTube channel about communication skills? Today, I'm going to give you the 4 tools and techniques that I used and what you can start using right now today. The first thing you have to do if you want to improve your ability to speak is you need to practice. Duh. If you want to get good at anything, you have to practice. In sales, we would call this practicing your pitch. Not like the pitch of your voice, but like you're pitching a product. So whether you're in school or at work, if you have a speech or a presentation, you need to practice it. You don't have to memorize it word for word. In fact, my advice to you is don't memorize it word for word. That's just going to mess you up because you're giving yourself too much to think about. You're going to make yourself too nervous trying to memorize the lines, and the delivery is going to come off nervous, not confident. If you have a script, you want to simplify it into a couple of sections, and in those sections, give yourself 1 or 2 bullet points. That's what you're going to want to memorize forward and backward, backward and forward. That way, if you mess up, get stuck, or get lost, you'll be able to pick yourself up instead of trying to remember minuscule details. When you understand the big picture of your speech or your presentation, your brain is going to naturally tie everything together and you'll be able to present that in a much more confident manner. And before we move on to the next point, don't be afraid to use these note cards. It's way more important that you use the note cards and have a great presentation than trying to memorize the presentation in your head, and presentation is not that good, so don't be afraid to use the note cards. Moving on to the second thing that made me a better speaker, and that's extemporaneous speech. This was a type of speech that I was introduced to in community college. It's where you're given 30 minutes to prepare a speech of 5 minutes in length, and you have to cite 6 sources. This was a type of speech that we exhausted in that class. This was a class that we met 2 times a week, and we did this type of speech every single time that we went to class, with the exception of maybe 2 classes the entire semester. This is the type of speech that's going to get you really good at quickly researching and gathering usable information in a very short amount of time. You'll also improve your ability to understand complex topics that you have little to no experience or expertise in. Try it out on your own a couple of times and see how it goes. Give yourself 30 minutes to prepare a speech of 5 to 7 minutes in length and cite 6 sources. Then, once you prepared your speech, record yourself, which brings me to my next point that you can use to become a better speaker. The next thing you need to do to become a better speaker is to record yourself. There's not an excuse anymore for not recording yourself and watching it back because everybody's phone has a camera, and that camera is actually pretty good nowadays too. When I first started putting these videos out on YouTube, that's exactly what I was using. I was using my phone camera, and most people couldn't tell the difference between my phone camera and my real camera. So now it's time to watch yourself back. But I want you to do something for me. I want you to wait at least 1 hour. You're going to be far too self-critical when you watch it back right away. You're not going to be very comfortable watching yourself back right after you prepared a speech. Give yourself time to kind of relax a little bit and get the speech out of your head. So now that you've waited at least an hour, but preferably 24 hours, you're going to watch it back a total of 4 times. The first time you watch it, it's going to be completely normal. The second time you watch it, you're only going to watch it. You're not going to listen to the audio, just video. And the third time you watch it, you're going to do the opposite. You're only going to listen to it, no visual. And then the 4th time that you watch it, you're going to watch it back with a pen and pad and take extensive notes. Everything. The way that you move your lips, the way that you move your hands, the way that you sound, the points that you made, everything. This is probably the most effective exercise that I use to become a better speaker. Which brings me to the last thing that I did to become a better speaker, and that's to sing my damn heart out. Now I know what you're thinking, but I suck at singing. I'm a terrible singer. In fact, if you heard me singing, you'd probably think I'm tone deaf. But that's the greatest part about this one, is that you don't have to be Mariah Carey and you don't have to be Aretha Franklin. Hell, you don't even have to be Chris Brown or Michael Jackson. It's not about being the best singer. It's about becoming a better speaker. And the way to become a good speaker is being able to use different inflections, different melodies, different tones. And that's exactly what this one is going to do. So don't put any pressure on yourself. Just focus on building tone, building volume, and building inflection into your everyday speaking. This one helped build a lot of confidence in my voice. I knew that I could talk really loud, talk really high, talk really low, and everything in between. And that really gave me a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in myself that my voice was certainly good enough for everyday speaking. So let's quickly recap what we went over today and the 4 things you can do right now today to become a better speaker. The first thing you have to do is practice your pitch. The next thing you can do is extemporaneous speeches. Give yourself 30 minutes to prepare a full speech. Then record yourself and watch it back a total of 4 times. And finally, just sing your damn heart out. Sing it loud and sing it proud. This one is supposed to be fun, pressure-free, and it's going to build a lot of confidence within your voice. If you found this video helpful, drop me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. There's a little button right next to my name. Just click that. Click the bell notification next to it so you're notified anytime I put out new videos. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Brett, and I'll see you in the next video.